Hello and welcome to your May 2018 Aries Taurus new moon. This is occurring on Tuesday, May 15th, right after the Sunday. We celebrate Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all, birth mothers, surrogate, and adoptive mothers. This is a day that is a beautiful celebration of life through the mother energy, that nurturing, compassionate, loving energy. And for those of us who have not necessarily experienced that in a consistent and loving way, this day can be extremely difficult. In fact, it can be even more difficult than the holidays around November and December. And so I want to remind everyone that Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck and readings are specifically designed for individuals who are experiencing mama drama trauma. These new full moon, quarterly, and lunar new year readings are specifically to assist us in remaining vigilant and understanding our divinity, that we do in fact have access to the mother of all mothers within us, that yin energy within us that we directly connect to with the lunar cycle. So you may not have MDT, but your spouse may have it, your in-laws, adoptive children, families that you've been adopted into, close friends. It affects us all, and it does spill over into all aspects of our lives. Co-workers, managers, people who have issues that we can really boil them down to telltale signs of MDT. I'll put the link below to the telltale signs of MDT that are posted on the Mama Drama Trauma YouTube channel. If you do have mama drama trauma, then you are experiencing some form of emotional or physical abandonment or abuse on a consistent basis as a result of your birth mother, adoptive or surrogate mother's inability, unavailability, or unreadiness, unwillingness to heal her own mama drama trauma. It is a vicious family cycle. So Great Mother has a special Mother's Day message for you. I will also post that link at the bottom in the links below. When this deck was channeled to me, Great Mother was very clear about wanting to connect with her children, most estranged and alienated from her due to our birth mother experience. Not about victimization, shame, or guilt. This is about aligning ourselves with our true identity as children of the Great Mother, Father, God. Because, of course, we cannot heal mama drama trauma on our own. We need to surrender to a higher power that is able to heal a wound of void as deep as that. And so the vigilance and remembering our divinity as being dearly loved children of the Great Mother, Father, God, who are never judged, condemned, or left alone, is a universal identity. But again, as Great Mother has shared with me, an identity that her children, most alienated from her love, need to know. And with that, from the mother of all mothers, now for the new moon in Aries Taurus. Hello, Aquarius, Pisces moon people. This new moon is third house energy for you. So you are quite talkative at this time, or you are really trying to understand people, or you're sharing your understandings with others. Maybe your siblings is really where the focus is for you, but it's extremely strong because it's an Aries Taurus new moon that is conjunct Mercury and Uranus, which is completing its 7-year stint in Aries. And on this new moon, on the 15th, on Tuesday, after 7 years, it's entering your third house of Taurus. Now, your actual birth chart may have your third house in your moon sign rather, in your second, your fifth, your sixth, your seventh, your eighth house, etc. But since this is a collective celestial unconscious reading, we go by the first lunar house and we do the readings from there. So that would put Aries, Taurus in your third house for Aquarius, Pisces, Aquarius being your sidereal soul sign, which is cosmologically oriented. It is very omnipresent. Cosmologically, the perspective looks at the universe from a outward perspective, which is where we get the soul intuitive information from your Aquarius from. Now, you may also be Pisces in the sidereal as well, so you want to double check the links below. And your Pisces is that emotional, that ego, earth oriented, that egocentric astrology, the tropical Western astrology that will clock your emotional reactions to your intuitive downloads, and where your soul is able to locate you, boop, 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 like a GPS according to your emotions. The location is always internal when we talk about moon sign readings. Now, Great Mother speaks to us from that intuitive space, that ego soul communicative space, and you are right now approaching this new moon with the sense of integrity. You are standing for what you believe. You're taking a stand. You are making sure that you are following through with the desire that you have, and you are doing it in a way that does honor that soul purpose at this particular time in your life. And that has to do with working with, perhaps communicating what those true desires are to others in a way that encourages their support, because we have eternal grace and mercy here, and it is a balsamic moon heart chakra card. So you're downloading these desires, you're downloading from the Aquarius really how you want to share yourself with people and communicate with people, this third house energy. And Uranus will be in your third house for the next 7 years. And so you're going to find yourself communicating perhaps a lot more than you have in the past, and things coming to you to suddenly communicate. So if you are a healer and you are a reader, don't be surprised if during this Uranus transit, Aquarius, Pisces moon people, you are really finding ways to communicate your true needs to your family, your close friends, and the angels are really assisting you with getting yourself established at this particular time with regard to this transit. The angels are the double yin, double yang card, that ego soul alignment, which is what they assist us with. They're very concerned with helping us to do what our soul came here to do. So they therefore assist us in living in loving detachment from what may be those egoic concerns that keep us wrapped up and keep us distracted and detracted from what we are here to do. And with mama drama trauma, there is no greater condition that people avoid dealing with. As a matter of fact, I have had past life regressions, and I've had several lifetimes where this has been an issue I have outright refused to confront and deal with, one of which dealt with my current mother this lifetime. So it takes lifetimes to get to a point where you're ready to deal with it. Does this mean that one is more evolved than the other? I cannot speak to that, but what I can say is that we all are evolving in different areas of our lives at different times, and so, you know, we never have enough information to know that, but we can speak on our experience, which is what wisdom truly is. Now, what Great Mother doesn't want you to do is overlook the fact that it really is time for you to leave a bad situation. So maybe an opportunity to gain to clear your mind about what you are communicating, because Uranus, you know, even though it's just the very beginning of this transit, a transit is always strongest in the latter degrees. And so all the planets travel through the constellations from 0 to 30 degrees before they move into 0 to 30 degrees in the next constellation. Well, we are at the time of this recording, the final, utterly last degrees of Aries. Okay, now the Sidereal doesn't talk about outer planets, but we do with the Western. And so emotionally, there's all this Aries, strong Martian energy going on. And you have Mars in your 11th house. And so that's groups, that's people that are close to you, that's your social networking, you know, social causes, maybe your public image and how you're presenting yourself. And so, with this kind of eureka energy that we associate with Uranus in the internal space of the lunar readings, you're probably getting, you know, in other words, you're saying stuff maybe that you don't mean to say right now, or you didn't think you were going to say. Things just kind of popping out, and and you need to take a beat. You know, it's not helpful for you or for other people at this particular time. Yes, you are aligned, Aquarius, Pisces, Moon people, to the source. Absolutely. You have that gifting. Yes, absolutely. And you are being very integrous with regard to how you're approaching things. And the angels are helping you. But you have all of this cosmic stuff going on. And of course, we're stardust and you're affected by it right now. So take a beat to, this is a root chakra, Wayne and Gibbons Moon card, to reground yourself and to reflect on the things in your life that you are grateful for, the people that you are grateful for that are assisting you along your journey at this particular time, and just focus on that for a minute if you can, because what Great Mother is saying is that by the full moon, you're going to really be expressing yourself, and you want to be sure that you're doing that in a way that you are owning your power, as opposed to the tremendous amount of energy that is surging through you at this time is kind of you know, kind of leading you, you know, and you aren't real clear about things. This card, Brigade, is about ultimate clarity. It is about that fire energy of Mars, because Brigade is the fire of inspiration. And this is the card, in fact, when Dorothy does douse the witch in the castle. And so you are at a point where you are leaving a bad situation. It might be mama drama trauma, and you are going into a period of loving detachment and really getting ready to own your power. You know, take the broom from the witch's guards. And that's that phallic symbol of that broom. And this is really showing that you're there. She just wants you to be consciously aware that you're there. And you might not be until the full moon. If you already are, really take advantage of the angelic support and guidance that's there for you. It is always there for you. Our angels, our guides, our ancestors, always, no doubt, no question about that, all the time. But when it shows up in a reading, it's saying that it is showing up with regard to this specific issue at this time in force. And so at this time, we're asking about new moon wishes for Aries, Taurus, and Great Mother has inspired me to share 5 during the new moon readings. And of course, a total of 10 is a good focus. You can add your own 5 or just do your own 10 altogether, and we'll check back during the full moon to see what is coming to fruition for you. In your shadow position, you have a new moon card. And so this is about what we don't see going on, what we don't feel. And so again, bring it into consciousness. The new moon is the darkest of the nights that calls us to find inner wisdom, because that is our light. And your light is your pleasure principle. What's bringing you joy, Aquarius, Pisces, Moon people? Again, she's wanting to shift your focus away from what could potentially be some issues having to do with you not being as happy as you could be, or really experiencing the sensual pleasures of life in a healthy and happy way. She wants you to be able to do that. This is the Ankh, which is symbolizing the second chakra in the Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck. The Ankh is also, you know, the breath of life. So what is making life worth living to you with all of this third house energy, Pisces? In Taurus, you know, what is in the dark about that for you right now. I'm inspired to look at where I'm inspired to really look at where Jupiter is for you. I think Jupiter is in your 9th house. That is the planet of wisdom, of your guru, within yourself, your higher soul, as well as those that are teachers. It's of bounty and abundance. And in your shadow position, I'm really inspired to look at this because Jupiter rules the 2nd chakra, speaking of sidereal. And so this Aquarius energy is really responding to this Aries new moon in the sidereal with the nakshatra of Bharani. So Bharani is about bearing the weight of something. And the pleasure principle always asks us, are we running away from something out of fear, or are we running towards our bliss? So you may not be consciously aware of what is motivating what you're speaking at this time, but Great Mother wants you to know what could be a very useful motivator for you, and a very pleasing and life-affirming, healthy, happy motivating factor of diverting and directing your communications with others is towards your bliss. So say, for example, you see the truth of something in your position of what you're dancing with, this Maya the Illusion card, that higher insight, of course, with Pisces, we have that energy. And it's, of course, speaking of the 2nd chakra, we're also talking about Pisces, which I guess that's why I was inspired to look up Jupiter. It takes me a while to get the whole story with Great Mother, but I just trusted and roll with it. Jupiter rules Pisces in the sidereal. And so what we are saying is that the amplification, the benefic opportunities for you to cast out all illusions at this time, as Toto revealed Oz was but a man by pulling the curtain. This is what you're dancing with, and you're telling yourself the truth about what this situation is. And Great Mother is saying you're right, you're absolutely right, and your wisdom is shining through. And so if you don't see it now in the darkness of this moon, you will by the full moon. And the angels are with you to live in loving detachment from anything that may be causing you upset, that may be ungrounding you and uprooting you from your awareness of your divinity, that you truly are supported in your truth. What's needed to be released right now, Aquarius, Pisces moon people, is any tendency to not stay focused on what Great Mother is sharing with you. The centering card of Tara is the scene in which Glinda, who symbolizes Great Mother, tells Dorothy that if she wants to go home, all she has to do is click her heels 3 times. Body, mind, and spirit. And isn't that what we're talking about aligning right now? We're talking about the body, the root chakra, taking a moment, taking a beat, get away. If you can't totally get away and take a little vacation, well then the break at work that you don't take, start taking that over the next several weeks. Just vamp. And go to a quiet space, an office that isn't occupied, outside under an awning that no one ever goes to. The weather's starting to get better. Just do that. We have ground, trees, sea, fairies. You know, you need to breathe in the fresh air. You know, walk in your backyard that you haven't walked in the last 4 years or so, or whatever. You know, that is what's being called for, to move some of this wisdom energy through you so that it just becomes a part of your energetic field, and it's not a stressful thing that you are being stimulated to communicate, but it's actually becomes a process of you enjoying your life, because you're aligning yourself, body, mind, and soul, through your wants and your desires. And the benefit of Jupiter right now in Libra, Scorpio, Libra in the sidereal and Scorpio in the western, which is 9 houses from Aquarius, Pisces. So again, so much higher wisdom. So you have, you know, these cards here, third eye wisdom, that's really talking about your ability to make sure. Is that the ninth house? Yeah. Yeah. This is coming together for you. I had to double check. I mean, it's just like, it's really amazing what she's saying to you. She's just kind of swooping in on you, Pisces, and she's just saying that all you have to do is, in your dream state before you go to sleep, just ask for, what is it that I need to say about this situation tomorrow? Let me know, when I wake up, or when I'm in my car on my way, or whatever. And being outside is going to, again, amplify that wisdom, amplify that insight. Breathing the fresh air is going to give you more. It's going to give you more. Trust me on that. I mean, I live by that. I'm fortunate to live on a beach, but wherever you are and wherever I travel, I always find a way to connect, because it's an easy way to get great mother energy real quick. This is what will facilitate your ability to do it, and that is being open. Sheila Nagig is all about just being open to the mysteries of life and going gung-ho for it. Not halfway, but all the way, which is what we see with Lion in Oz's castle, as he is told that Dorothy and the three must bring him back the witch's broom if they want their wishes. And so we have the heart chakra here with the wax and gibbous moon card telling us that to align the ego and the soul, we do have to be open to receiving the truth, to receiving the truth of our divinity. And even though Lion jumps out of the window, he's a little scared, right? He still goes, because the truth is, he was born to do that. He was born to be courageous and to roar and to be a lion. That's what lions do. And so just like all of them were born to be and to have the gifts that they were so wanting, sometimes we have to come to our own and through our own journeys to fully realize it. And Great Mother is offering you a take on this that will put you in touch with that blissful aspect in order for you to own the integrity that you already have. And there's not a lot of angst here. I don't see fear. I just see that there is some surprise about the power of your wisdom at this time. And Great Mother is offering you some ways to manage it, so that your new moon wishes having to do with clearing your mind and experiencing more joy and health and happiness can be realized. Your outcome card is the Birth Mother Soulmate card. And so speaking of Mother's Day, the Birth Mother Soulmate card is about there being an inability, an unreadiness, or maybe an unwillingness of an individual to support us in a given task or goal that we have. So by the end of this lunar cycle, you will realize that either your birth mother or someone like a birth mother, someone that you consider a mother, or it could be a co-worker that's like a manager, and they have that kind of connection with you or to you of compassion, of nurturance, of support. You will realize that they are limited in being able to support you the way that you need to be supported at this time. There are restrictions to them being able to do that. And the reason is because just like Oz couldn't get them back home, only they could do that, only they could take their power back. It's the same for you, Aquarius, Pisces, Moon people. And just like they were able to do it, so are you. Which is why by the full moon, Great Mother is saying that you will be holding that broom if you heed the support that is available to you to do that. Now, please let me know how things turn out for you and what you are picking up from these humongous shifts in how you're communicating. It's really interesting. I'm going to suggest some new moon wishes, but of course your feedback would be very useful. And looking at the full moon reading to see kind of some of your experiences. But alas, above all and most of all, remember, Great Mother loves you, and I do too. For more information about Mama Drama Trauma, visit mamadramatrauma.info.